This video will show you how to replace the rear inside door handle on a Pontiac Grand Prix. This will be mounted to the inside of your door. Let's get into it. Okay friend, let's get started with our job. With the door in the open position, let's focus along the inside door handle. We're going to remove our circular bezel. For this, I'm using a plastic trim tool. You're going to find you have a locking tab in this area here on the top, and the same thing down along the bottom. We're just gently prying away. We'll pull on the inside door handle and slide that out of place. We can see our two locking tabs along the inboard side there. Those look good. We can set this aside. Now let's make our way down to the grab handle. We're going to remove the plastic cover using a small pocket screwdriver. There's our locking tabs. With that cover out of the way, you're going to find that you have two circular ports. There's one here and there's one on the far side. Inside of each of these ports, you're going to find a 10mm headed mounting bolt. Go ahead and remove those bolts. Now we're going to start dislodging the door panel from the door itself. There's a couple things to think about. We do have an electronic window switch which will have wiring leading to the backside. Once we separate the door panel free from the door along the bottom, we'll have to carefully start pulling it up and away from the top. On the top, we have our door lock knob. I'm using my plastic trim tool. Now let's have a look from the back side of that panel. We're looking for our window switch wiring harness. We have an electrical connector. We're going to have to dislodge that. Now for this, I like to use a small pocket screwdriver as a prying device. You can also do this by hand. It's just a little bit harder. As I'm prying on that, I'm also pulling that electrical wiring harness down and out of position. No corrosion there. Now that we've removed the door panel, we have a clear view of the whole inside door handle. Down along the bottom of the handle, you're going to find that you have one rivet that needs to be removed. There are several different ways of removing these. I like to use a 1/4-inch drill bit. I'm going to drill out the center first. Now I'm just going to remove the entire head of this. We'll just drive the rest inside the door here. Now we can take hold of the inside door handle. We're going to pull it this way, remove it from the door. Now we'll pivot this so we can have a look. Now I have this pivoted so we can see the inboard side. We see the rod. We can see that green connector portion of the handle. We're going to have to pivot this away from the hooked end of the rod. Just go ahead and gently twist and slide it out of position. Of course, a thorough inspection of the rod. This looks good. It's not damaged in any way. And there it is, friend. All right, let's get ready to install our inside door handle. We're going to start with the door rod. We'll have to pivot the door handle so we can easily slide that rod hook into that green connector. Now we're going to rotate this as necessary. As we start rotating it, I want to point out there's areas along the back side of the handle. And if you were looking at the door, you can see square notches for those to fit into. We're going to align this, press it towards the door, and slide it this direction towards the left. Now once you have it pressed all the way in, we'll continue on with our one rivet down along the bottom. So now it's time for our rivet. We have our rivet gun. We'll just slide that directly inside there. We're going inside of the port. While we press this up against the door, we know that the inside door handle is in the proper position. Go ahead and install that rivet. We'll double check to confirm that's properly secured in place. It should not move around in any way. Let's get ready to reinstall the door panel. Now I have the door panel turned so I can see the bottom portion of my window switch. I'm going to connect my electrical connector. We're aligning the locking tab. We'll press it in. Audible click from that and it's secure. Now, as we bring the door panel over, of course, it needs to be in the proper positioning, but you're going to find that there's several locking tabs making their way all the way around the door panel. We need to make sure the door panel is properly aligned and secured. Of course, as we bring this over, we also need to make sure we install the door lock rod in the proper positioning on the panel itself. So we have the port for that door lock rod. Now we're bringing the door panel towards the door. I'm attempting to align this. Once it feels as though everything's aligned, I have to tap it in all the way around. We'll continue on along the grab handle. We have 2 mounting bolts that need to be installed and then the protective cover. As for my mounting bolts, I like to start them into the socket. Now I'm going to guide them inside of the port. Make sure that's tight. Repeat the process for the other one. We're making our way up to the inside door handle. We have our protective bezel, 2 locking tabs, and of course the port for the handle to slide through. Pull on the handle, slide it through the port. Align the locking tabs with their corresponding areas inside the door on that inside door handle and press it in. Double check to make sure it's secured in place. Now before we shut the door, I always like to test the functionality. So I'm using a 1/4 inch extension. I'm going to go inside of my door latch. Now, if I was to shut the door, the striker would go inside this area here. Now I'm applying pressure. I'm attempting to pull out. It does not release. This is what I want to see. With the door in the unlock position, I'm going to pull on the inside door handle. It does release. One more time here. Perfect.
When only the best will do, demand TRQ. The only company that lets you view before you do. TRQ is committed to offering the highest quality aftermarket auto parts that are engineered for peace of mind. Thanks for using and viewing with TRQ.